So here we are in the final stage. We have all of the data we need for the report card, and our basic setup is also complete for the report card. Now that we have our basic setup for the report card complete, let's move on to pulling data dynamically from different sheets like grades, comments, behaviors, config, etc. This will allow our report card to update automatically based on the selected student. First of all, as you see, we have grids here, okay? So I don't want to see these grids here, although they won't be printed out, but I don't want this to appear here. So in order to avoid grids, I will go to show and remove untick grid lines. Okay, so we can see better how our report card looks like. So the first thing we need to do here is to have student name here. So we'll have a drop down here, the student name from the list, and then based on this cell, all the data related to this student will be retrieved into this table. So that's why we need to avoid typing student name manually. So we might, this way we can avoid typos. Let me delete it. And here I will use the same method we used before, data validation, okay? So add rule, and we will choose drop down from range. Let's click here. So we will retrieve the student names from the student sheet, okay? So let's select all of the students. Yeah. Okay, done. If I attempt to type something else here, so it will not allow, it will give an error. So I have to make sure I'm choosing the right name, okay? And next thing we need to do is, based on this name, I want this one to come automatically, because obviously Alexander is not year 8, and I will delete here. In order to bring class information based on the student, we're going to use combination of two formulas, index and match together. So we start with index and open bracket. So this information will come from the students, okay? So here I'm going to, because the year information, class information is in C column, I will click at the top of the C column. Doing that, the entire C column values are selected. Okay, and now we have comma, and this time I'm going to use match function, okay? And let's go back here. So it's going to match the name of the students with, we have column, going back to students, with the names of the entire list of the students here, okay? So as you see, it already found, okay? This student is year 5. And then we're not done yet, comma, and there are a couple of options, exact matching, maybe close matching and stuff, but we want exact matching. Even if there's one little space, extra character, it's not going to work. So we want an exact match. So I'm going to type 0 for this reason. And that's it actually. What we need to do is we need to close as many brackets as we open. Let's count. We have 1 open, 2 open. So we need to close twice. 1, 2. Hit enter. You see it's year 5. It already came here. If I select a different student, year 7. And Samantha, year 9. Okay, so as you see, it's very straightforward. Let's go over again. Let's double click and go over again. So we have index, we have the target range, which is C column, and then B4. B4 is, this is the name of the student, and a B column matching this student to the list of the students and returning us the corresponding year group. And then we have 0 to show exact match, and then we close. That's it. So this formula is pulling class information or whatever is in the column C of the student's sheet. Okay, now we are going to retrieve subjects from config file. I'm going to use array formula that we used before. Let's go to config file. These are the subjects. Okay, so this way I don't have to manually enter anything. Remember, we don't want to make a mistake. We try to avoid as much as we can to enter data manually. Next, we will retrieve Samantha's English descriptive grade, okay? And we will be using index and match function. So we'll retrieve this data from here. So I will select the entire English. So this is our target column. And comma, I will type here match. And the student is Samantha. Okay. And now from grades, I will select the student column. And here, comma, 0, because I want exact match. 2 times I will close the bracket. And here we have. Now I want to do the same thing for mathematics. Everything else is the same, but instead of D, it will be E for math, okay? So I will copy everything, okay? Copy, and then go here, double click, paste. So instead of D, I will change it to E. So now this math. Let's do the same thing for other subjects. Let me just paste here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will just, so this is D, yes, this is E, and this one is F. So here you can use small case also. It's case insensitive, okay? G, H, and finally I. Okay. For some reason the format is different. I will just click here to make sure that's the same. Okay, good. So B is good. So descriptive grading is good. Now this time I want to know the corresponding letter grade for this. Okay, so we can do it from here. So the corresponding letter grades for each of these is here. Again, I'm going to use index. Okay, index. And let's go here. This is our target. This time, please notice that I'm not choosing the entire column, but I'm choosing the range, okay? So you need to make sure if you select this range, target, for the source also you need to select the same range. If range is different, it's not going to work. Match. And this time, the matching will be this, okay? Please make sure it's not the student because we are matching. We want to get the corresponding value for this, okay? And here we will be selecting this one, okay? And 0. You can actually go ahead and copy and paste and do, yeah, we can copy and paste and do the same thing here. But you know, it didn't work. Why? Why it didn't work? Because the range here, B4 and B9, A4 and A9, should be the same for others as well, okay? Because when we copy it down, it's always incrementing. And so when we copy and paste formula, and we can actually avoid incrementing. We can put here right in front of the row number, we can put $sign and $sign. Let's go here, $sign, $sign. So now let's see what happens. So here we have B4, B9, C8, A4, A9, okay? So let me copy this and paste it here. And here B4, B9 remain, A4, A9 remain, but C9, it incremented, okay? So this is C8, taking this one, and this is C9 because we didn't put your $sign. So you need to pay attention to that. Let's copy this and paste it here. Okay? Yeah, hopefully you understand. And I'm going to do the same thing here for number grade. So number grade is here. So these are the number grades. It's very simple. It's the same thing. All I need to do is, let's put it here. I'm going to copy this one and paste it here. And the matching one, so this one is A right now because it's taking from here. Instead of A, B, I will choose C here, okay? So if you choose C instead of B, it will work. All right, so I can copy and paste here. It will be working because we have a $sign here. So next we will retrieve the comments. Comment will come from comment section, okay? It's no different than this one, okay? So I'm going to start with index, go to comments. This is English, match for Samantha, okay? Comments, this is the list of the student, 0, and yeah, needs improvement. So probably, I don't know if you noticed that there's a mistake here, needs improve. It should be needs to improve, right? But I cannot change it here because it comes here with a formula, right? It comes from the comments here. And now I cannot change it here because it also comes from the source file. So source file is here, and this is grades and comments. So if I improve this, if I change this, if I change this to 2, and it will first improve, it will first update, you see, just update it. And then it will update it here as well. This is how a linking works really well. You fix one thing in one place and it will update everywhere, okay? All right, so let's do the same thing for all the other subjects. But before doing that, I want to also make it something like this. Instead of just needs to improve vocabulary and comprehension, I want to add here the name of the student. Alex needs to improve. So how can I do that? So I want to take this one here and combine together. So in order to that, so this is a formula already, right? I'm going to use a formula here, concatenate, and I need to put here something. Let's try. And I will say, for example, ta, okay? Let's see if it works. Yeah, it's working. Ta needs, okay? So it looks like I need to have a space here. Yeah, it's working fine. What if I replace this with here? I will put here cell reference and let's see. Alex Smith needs. So it's working well, but not exactly what we want. So we want to have a space here, okay? So we can have, okay, and I'm going to add a space here, quote and a space. So now Alexander Smith needs to improve vocabulary and comprehension. And let's go crazy and just do it with the first name, okay? First of all, I need to split the name, okay? And then from the split, I want to hold only the first part and then join, okay? Let's do it here. Let's not mess with this code here. And I'm going to do it here first, then apply it here, okay? So I will use split function. Split function will take this and I will say that split it from with the space. When there's a space, split it from there, okay? So hit enter. So I'm able to split Alex and Smith. So now I want to have only, I don't need Smith here. I need to have only this one. So I will use index. And I will use index and then comma 1. So here it says that, hey, you split up, but I just want to get the first one. I don't need the entire one. Okay? So if I copied this entire function here, entire function, and replace it with B4, and it's gonna work. Okay, you see, it's working. I know it might be a bit complicated, but this is really advanced. Please don't get intimidated, and then you can see it. I'm going to share this file with you anyway, and you can take a look at it. So next, all I need to do is I will just copy everything and paste and see what happens. Okay, paste here, and it's not working. It's not working because if you look here, the reference number is B4, because this one always will be the same. But when we copy and paste, it increments, it makes it, it's 5 and it's 5, and there is no such thing. B5 is here. We want to remain it the same. So in order to do that, we can put here $, and here $. So it will make sure it remains the same. Let's copy and paste it here. So it's working right now. Function is working. But here we need to change this one to E, so it is math. It is not English, not all the time English, right? So Alexander has a good understanding with minor improvements needed. I will copy again and paste it here. Just change this to F. Let's copy and paste. This time changing to G. Yeah, okay. And I think this is ICT. And paste. This time H. Okay, and finally I. You know, if you want to go crazy, so instead of Alexander all the time, and you can change to he or she depending on the gender. You know, here we have the information, right? So it will be further complicated, but this video is getting really long and I'm not going to do it, but let me know in the comment below if you want me to show you. I can do that as well. All right, finally, now here, overall academic grade, okay? So we will have here the descriptive grade, competent, and here we will have the Cambridge grade, and here we will have the numerical grade, okay? Let's calculate the average of the student, because we have number here. So it's very simple. I can go here and type average. So if we take the average, yeah, it will be this. And right, let's format it a little bit. I want to center it, and I want to also make it in the middle. How about we make the text a little bit big? So another way we would do here is average. If you want precise information, do like this. or I'm going to round it, because if I have 3.5, we don't have matching for this information here, right? I'm going to round it up. Let's use round. I will even use round up, okay? I will be generous for the students, okay? All right, because it is integer, we don't need the decimal here. We can make it 0, right? Okay, if a student gets 4 from a subject, it is easy to find the corresponding descriptive grade. What I can do is I can do index again, all right? And I can take this one, match, we'll match this with number grading, and then 0, double 1. Let's make it, let's apply this format here as well. Oh, it's too big. Let's make it a bit smaller. Okay, you know, one little trick for you. If you make this B9, it will include this one as well. You see, because just in the neighboring column, and I was going to do separately, but not necessary. Okay, you can do like this. So here we have overall descriptive grade, letter grade, and number grade. And class teacher, this student is a year 5 student, right? So we can also bring year 5 class teacher from here. The teachers are here. This is the target. These are the teacher names. And then match. And we are going to do it based on the year group, right? And the year groups are here. 0. Okay, let's center it. Nice. Maybe a bit bigger. And we need to also have behavior grade. Index. Go to behavior, okay. Select all. Match. The student is here, and yes, based on this one, 0. Okay, so behavior grade is good. Let's center it, and in the middle, let's make it bigger. Behavior grade. Finally, the head teacher will just come from here, because there's only one head teacher. We can simply just select this, and I will make the format similar to this one. Okay. Finally, academic year will also come from here. Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. You know, let's see how it looks like, okay? So if I want to print this bigger, let's make it A4, fit to the width. You can make it portrait if you want to, okay? You can make it portrait or landscape. You need to play with it a little bit. And that's it. Whether you are a teacher looking to streamline your grading or just someone wanting to learn more about power of Google Sheets, this method is a game changer. Feel free to use this system in your own workflow, and don't forget to check the template link in the description if you would like to get started right away. If this tutorial helped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth Google Sheets tutorials and productivity tips. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.